and also Mr. Sid Patel, Special Agent in charge of the FBI Sacramento Field Office. Please hold your questions for now. We will have 10 minutes for questions once the speakers are done. And also additional updates will be found on all of the BPD social media platforms. So for now, I'm going to introduce AC Blakemore.
Thank you, Sally. Good morning. Thank you all for attending. As Sally mentioned, my name is Jeremy Blakemore, Assistant Chief at the Bakersfield Police Department, and I'm happy to be here to give you an update on the status of yesterday's event. Today's press conference is intended to provide everyone with an update related to the event that began yesterday afternoon at the Chase Bank building just down the street from us here. But I'll preface it with the fact that this is still an ongoing investigation and there are still some details that we're not yet able to provide. Today's press conference will take place in two parts. First, I'll give you a refresher on what led up to us arriving at the location, and then Special Agent in charge, Sid Patel from the FBI, will take the second portion where he'll touch on the elements of the FBI as well as how it concluded. First and foremost, I do want to let everyone know that we're incredibly relieved to report that all of the hostages that were involved have been safely recovered and reunited with their families. There were a total of 10 members of our community whose lives were changed yesterday. Unexpectedly, but we are thankful that they have been reunited with their loved ones after this ordeal. Throughout the night, their families questioned whether or not they would be seen again. But we are very grateful for the outcome and the fact that we've been. Regarding the specific details that led up to this, at approximately 12:59 p.m. yesterday afternoon, we began receiving calls related to a suspect that was in possession of an explosive device who had entered the Chase Bank building at 1515 17th Street. As the situation unfolded, our responding personnel and dispatchers confirmed that the adult male suspect had barricaded himself within the second floor of the building and had taken several hostages. The suspect advised he had explosives attached to his person, which our personnel could see as well. He also told law enforcement that additional explosives had been attached to some of the hostages, which we confirmed based on our own observations. These hostages were confirmed to be employees of the Kern County Superintendent of Schools on the second floor of the building. Numerous other employees and patrons had fled the building during the suspect's takeover, and we immediately began evacuating the surrounding area to minimize additional safety concerns to our community. While this was being done, we were simultaneously communicating with the suspect in an effort to release the hostages and elicit a peaceful surrender. During the negotiations process, we were able to secure the release of two hostages, the first being at 3:59 p.m. and the second being at 8:24 p.m. As the event continued, negotiations did stall and the suspect refused to release any more victims. Given the nature of the circumstances and the resources, our department requested the assistance from the FBI, and we elected to transition our tactical teams for the remainder of the situation. The FBI assumed operational control at approximately 9:02 p.m. yesterday evening. And at this time, I'll turn it over to Special Agent in charge, Sid Patel, and then I'll follow up with some concluding remarks at the end.
Thank you very much. My name is Sid Patel. I'm the Special Agent in charge for the Sacramento FBI Field Office. This has been a horrific event. We know the Bakersfield community has been following the situation closely, and we thank you for your patience. Tuesday afternoon, June 2nd, at approximately 1:30 p.m., we received a call for assistance from the Bakersfield PD in response to reports of a bomb threat at the Chase Bank building located at the corner of Chester Avenue and 17th Street. We responded within minutes of that call. We have an office not too far from here, with more than 150 FBI personnel to assist. With this response and investigation, including our Special Weapons and Tactics, our SWAT teams, not just from our Sacramento SWAT team, but our LA SWAT team as well, our crisis negotiation teams, and our Los Angeles, Sacramento, and San Francisco FBI bomb techs that were here. We also had agents, analysts, victim specialists, professional staff, all trained for these types of incident responses that were here. The Bakersfield Police Department was supported with every available resource, including the FBI's hostage rescue team, which was deployed all the way from Quantico on the East Coast from its base of operations. They're our version of special forces for the FBI. They're the best of the best, and they come out for situations like this. Now, we refer to them as HRT, Hostage Rescue Team. The FBI HRT, they have extensive training and experience in crisis response and deployed to situations like this across the country and even internationally on some occasions. We're grateful for their quick response. The subject, his name was Anthony Scott Searles Harris. That's Anthony Scott, now spell the last name Searles-Harris, Harris. He was a 41-year-old white male who served in the U.S. Army from 2006 to 2007. However, he was dishonorably discharged for going AWOL. That's absent without leave. He was no stranger to law enforcement and has a criminal history of using weapons to commit violent offenses. In 2014, he was charged with sex acts with a child under 14. He's a registered sex offender. He had tied up 5 of the hostages on the 2nd floor of the Kern County Superintendent's of School office in the Chase building. At approximately 4 p.m., Harris released one of the 5 hostages. At approximately 8:30 p.m., he released a second hostage. Bakersfield PD did an amazing job of this. Their negotiators, their SWAT teams, we were impressed. Fantastic work. At 9 p.m., our FBI SWAT teams from Los Angeles and Sacramento, we transitioned and took over the crisis site, but working jointly with Bakersfield PD and our negotiators. At 2 a.m., after our hostage rescue team had arrived, put together all the site surveys and information that they do, they transitioned and took over the scene. And that was around 2 a.m. At approximately 4:30 a.m. this morning, that's when the hostage rescue team neutralized this subject. And let me be clear, he had tied up 5 of the hostages, but there were 10 hostages in there, and they were all unharmed physically. I'm sure there'll be mental scars that they'll be living with, and we'll have our victim specialist to help them. We're grateful to the Bakersfield Police Department. I've got to tell you, in the 34 counties that we serve here in the Eastern District, they're one of our strongest allies. They have an amazing workforce here, led by Chief Brent Stratton, and Assistant Chief Jeremy Blakemore. Thank you for their partnership, their professionalism during the response to this incident and continued investigation. I can tell you, for the Bakersfield community, you should be proud of the police department and who serves and protects you every single day. I know I am. We also want to thank a lot of our federal partners. ATF, they came from San Francisco to help us out. The Homeland Security Investigations, also San Francisco based. DEA, U.S. Marshals, Air Force OSI, the U.S. Attorney's Office, our local and state partners, California OES, Office of Emergency Services, CHP, they've been a strong partners for us across the state. Sacramento County Sheriff's Department Bomb Squad, they flew down here to help us out. Kern County Sheriff's Department, Bakersfield Fire, they were here throughout the night. Great partners. EMS Halls Ambulance Service, they were also tremendous. And all the other local, state, and federal partners that were here. I mean, we had quite a bit of a response here. It was truly one team, one fight effort here. Our FBI personnel that live in the greater Bakersfield area and work in our Bakersfield resident agency, we have an office here not too far, like I mentioned, know how strong this community is. And we stand together as we heal from this incident. We also want you and the public to know how you can help us. If it's an immediate threat, of course, call 911. But if you have information about this ongoing investigation that can help us, reach out to us. Go to tips.fbi.gov or call us at 1-800-CALL-FBI. I'd like to turn it back now to Assistant Chief Blakemore. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, at this time we'll take some questions before doing some concluding remarks. Yes, ma'am.
If the explosive device was strapped to him, how did the FBI know that he was safe?
Sure. I'll turn it over in a second, but I can tell you from the perspective of the PD, there's a totality of circumstances that we're evaluating as these things are evolving, intelligence that we're gathering as it relates to some of the observations we had, some of the mannerisms he was doing, some of the things that we were hearing and seeing, but all of those things were taken into context. And the reality is, quite frankly, there was not a full confirmation in either direction. We always err on the side of caution in the sense of making sure that we're taking care of our victims in this case as possibly can. But it was based on the circumstances that we had at the time that FBI chose to move in and make the tactical entry.
And did they enter the building, or was it from?
You want to come on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, so let me speak to that a bit more too, and I can answer the second question as well. So it's a holistic approach, right? The circumstances, how erratic is he, the individual. Keep in mind, we also had a hostage in there that we knew because the individual, she had her phone with her and was in communication with us until the phone died. And at one point we were able to get medicine to her, but she was diabetic. And we knew that this was a loss of life situation for that particular hostage that was taken if we didn't act sooner than later. We also know because of the other circumstances and our trained professionals that of his behavior, we had to act at that point in time. And yes, the entry was made through the conversations they were having through the door and the negotiators that were working through there.
Question for you, what kind of how much are we talking about? And when negotiations stalled, the suspect suggests that he was going to detonate any of them.
So this is an ongoing investigation. We have to find other pieces, any potential other aspects to it, ideology, any of those pieces. I will tell you there were multiple that presented a concern for us that we had to evaluate and look into and have our bomb techs look over afterwards and make sure that they were inert or not plausible. But that's probably as far as I can go with that.
Were they functional?
So we're still doing further testing on it, but we were able to conclude at this point in time that they were not a concern to us.
The house would be in Royaldale. Did that show any signs of making or what about that sort of thing?
We're still continuing with that investigative piece. There are aspects that were concerning to us, but we're continuing on with that analysis of what we were able to obtain from that search warrant.
Did you guys find any evidence in that man's house?
We found some concerning items in there from the investigative piece, but again, we're continuing to evaluate those and look further into it.
In regards to the negotiations for the first and second release, were there any demands made on that? Were they made in good faith? Was there any, what was the negotiation circumstances?
Yep, those first two releases, yes, there were. It was through Bakersfield PD, and yes, there were, if you want to take on some of that piece, but yes.
Sure, I can touch on that. Yes, through the negotiation process, as you can imagine, there's obvious back and forth and dialogue. Yes, there's a lot of back and forth that's taking place during the dialogue and the negotiation process. In terms of what took place during these specific ones, there was discussions and exchanges related to food and water, those types of things. There was also some elements that were related to his previous court case and in terms of materials that he wanted to see. So we were able to provide some of that in exchange for getting release of the hostages.
Was KCSOS the intended target here? What details about the terrorist?
It's a good question. From what we can tell at this point, again, as it's been said, this is an ongoing investigation, but it does not appear that KCSOS was an intended target in any way in terms of the employees specifically, those types of things.
Did it have to do with fake then?
Do you know why that building was targeted?
It's still under investigation at this point.
Is law enforcement aware of the YouTube video the suspect made claiming innocence?
Yes, we are. At least one video I'm aware of that we are.
Will there be a new investigation opened into it?
A new investigation in relation to what?
Case, why he's alleging being innocent?
At this point, it's part of the totality of the case that we're looking at anyway in terms of motive and those types of things, but I mean, his previous case history is being looked at, but I wouldn't suggest in the sense of nothing's being reopened in that sense.
Share more about the motive?
No, nothing that we have at this point that we can share beyond what we've already expressed.
Do we know that anybody was helping to make the devices or is that being questioned or not?
At this point, we cannot confirm that. We do not have anything that leads us to believe that there was anyone else directly involved at this moment.
Chief, the demands, the subject, what are the demands?
Most of it was directed toward conversations led us to believe that he was really concerned about his previous case history. There were specific elements that he was very frustrated, I think, as some have expressed on some of his social media things that he's released, that he had some concerns related to how his previous cases or case had been handled, and what the aftermath of that was, his sentencing and those types of things.
What led to the FBI eventually making their way into the building? What made the ultimate decision to come to the building?
No, I think I spoke to that earlier. It had to do with the hostage that was in there that we knew had health concerns, and there could have been a potential loss of life for that hostage, and just from the erratic behavior and how our trained professionals assessed the situation. It was the right time to do it. I'm sorry, what was that?
Was a decoy used in this operation?
So I can't speak to those particular details, right? And we usually don't speak to those details of our tactics and how we use it. But I can tell you that there's a lot of different tactics that can be used in this kind of situation. This was a little bit more upfront because we were in conversation with the individual, right?
Was this phone
Physically
used
there.
in secret?
What was that?
Was the phone used in secret, or did the suspect know that hostage was using that phone in communication?
There were individuals in that location that were not fully aware to the subject.
Was the
If the
suspect demanding to
superintendent
see his
wasn't
daughter?
the target, then was he just trying to get your attention?
We'll find out more as we go forward with the investigation. I will tell you that at one point he had asked for early on that notoriety of having FBI involved as well and FBI negotiators. And so my assumption would be by targeting a bank, federal institution, there's a greater chance to have like a bank robbery, if there was the case, to have a federal intervention in that case. But we'll go with two more questions. So
Was he demanding to see his daughter?
unless you want more. Okay.
Was he demanding to see his daughter?
There was that was brought up in the conversation at one point, but there was not any communication that was taking place between him and his daughter.
Why were the hostages released?
It was based on the negotiations. Quite frankly, it was based on the successful negotiations that we had involving our personnel. Again, working for hours, communicating with these folks.
What was the negotiations about, do you know? Like, what made him release the hostages? To be released?
It was, again, those ongoing conversations that we had related to exchanges of food and water and some of the materials from previous court cases.
So we're
What?
going to go ahead and wrap this up now. Thank you so much. As I said earlier, please go ahead and follow our social media for any additional updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally.
Uh-huh.